You're not raised with Lazarus. So you cannot mess with that. You can't play with that. You cannot mess with that. You can't. I'm sorry. That to me is the offense of the cross. Is right there. Is right there. Co-raised. Co-raised. Now walking in a new life with Him. With Christ. Everything new. You're walking with Him. You're walking. He wants you to know a constant revelation. He says, if you eat my flesh and drink my blood, I will remain in you, and you will remain in me. He's not lying. He's not lying. What kind of performance has to be achieved for you to drink His blood and eat His flesh? He gives it. He said, here it is. He said, I give you my life. Oh, wow. We are called believers. And the cross, is and enter, the narrow gate, the narrow way. The cross is the narrow way. It is the way. And yet, we've probably heard 110 sermons on how painful the cross is. And how, and unless you're suffering, you're not knowing, you can't know the cross. We've had people say, oh, well, they're not mature enough for the real revelation of the pain of crucifixion. Oh, well, okay. Leave me alone then. Because it is the fountain of our joy.
Yeah.
It is the source of our joy. What He did, what He accomplished. One girl said, and I'll close with this. One girl, we were teaching this, and I says, you probably heard about how, you need to be experiencing pain and suffering, and it's not that we don't, because there are people whose lives are out there and their lives are threatened on a daily basis, and they are experiencing, suffering in different degrees and levels. I'm not talking about, people in the mission field that are martyred, because those things happen. Those things happen. But I'm talking for you and me right now in this room. The revelation of the cross is a gift. It's not achieved and it's not earned. So if you don't get it here, you're not going to get it out there. You're not going to get it. You're not going to say, okay, I got to go to the mission field and I'm going to suffer and I'm, and then I'll get the revelation. That is self-righteous effort and work. Because what He did is a gift. That's the point. Now you can carry this revelation out to the mission field, but it will be your well and source of joy when you're out there. When you are facing the physical, handicaps and the things that, irritate you on a physical realm. It will be your only source of joy. What He accomplished for you. But she, what was I going to say? She asked, I just lost my train of thought.
Holy Ghost.
Because I said I was going to close with something about, I'm thinking of another scenario. A girl asked me, we're teaching, what about sanctification? What about sanctification? I says, I knew you were going to ask that. Because I know there's a verse that says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Work out your own salvation. It's all up to you now. Work it out.
The workout video.
It says, yeah, but if you really look at a few other translations, it says, with trembling, work out your own salvation. Oh, for it is God who is at work within you,
Right.
both to perform His good will and pleasure. Okay, but work it out with fear and self-distrust. Yea, trembling self-distrust. You're not trusting yourself. It throws it off into a whole nother realm.
So,
You have nothing to trust but God who's at work within you. So work out your own salvation in light of that. You know. And she says, yeah, well, what? I go, what about our sanctification, right? That was her next question. I go, yeah, people told you it's a long process, right? I says, well, but the Bible says He was made unto us. Sanctification. He was made unto us righteousness. He was made. I said, Christ was made unto you. So your sanctification is now a person, not a process.
Wow.
Sanctification is a person. Christ was made your sanctification. So now you have a person to deal with, not a process. Not a give me a bunch of things to do and I'll do it. And then in 10 years, oh, wait till you see what I look like in 10 years.
Jesus.
Then I'm going to carry His glory. Then I'm going to, no. You know, because you're not even achieving it. You're not earning the right to carry the glory.
Right.
You're not. You have believed that it's a gift. And that He has been made, Jesus Christ has been made into your sanctification. So it's now you're dealing with a person. You're dealing with a person. Not a process. Not a process. Because, yeah.
Well, I mean, I completely agree. But I just have a question
Mhm.
because I don't understand. Maybe it's the way it's translated. But Hebrews 10:14 says, "For by one offering He has perfected forever those who are being sanctified."
Being
And I
sanctified.
tried to study it out, but I never really got anywhere with it because, like, it says He already perfected us, but then it says we're being sanctified, and I didn't understand. So I didn't know if you.
I think there the process, if there's a process, it's one of discovery. You know, you're discovering what He's already done for you. But otherwise, because the idea of sanctification is you're a little holy, you're a lot whatever. And so you're offloading the whatever, and you're becoming more and more holy. You're becoming more and more holy, okay? But if you heard what Georgian said yesterday about the marriage, you know, you're married, so that means you've ended the relationships with the other women or men. They're over with. You know, they're over with. Otherwise, you're really not married. You know, so something is wrong. Something is. The questions are you really united with Jesus Christ? Are you united? Is your union already complete in Him? And now you are literally on a discovery course as to what He's already done. Otherwise, we say, here we go. Here's a bottle of water. Here's another example that Georgian uses. Here's the water. It's 80% pure, only 20% contaminated. We're working on it. We're working on cleaning and purifying process, but drink it and you'll probably be fine. Would you drink water that's contaminated? Only partially. You know, it's mostly pure, but there's a little contamination. You wouldn't drink it. You know what I'm saying? But yet we drink those doctrines that come because people do this. They take their natural earthly life and they define the spirit realm by that. And not the other way around. You have to take from the spirit realm and let that define this life.
Wow.
And tell is this true or not? Everything, the whole thing is flipped around. You either live your natural life and say, oh,